They say working the night shift is dangerous, not just because of the isolation, but because of what you might see when no one else is around. Some workers never make it to morning. What happens in the dead of night, when the world sleeps? This is one of those stories. Most people think the worst part of the night shift is the boredom or the exhaustion. But for security guards, truckers, and hospital workers, the darkness hides something worse. Something they don't talk about. I learned that the hard way when I took a job at a remote storage facility. It seemed simple. I was hired as the overnight security guard at an old, nearly abandoned storage facility on the outskirts of town. My boss handed me a laminated sheet of paper titled "Rules for the Night Shift" and said, "Follow these." No exceptions. The rules were strange. Rule number 1. Never check storage unit number 9, no matter what you hear. Rule number 2. If the power flickers between 2:33 a.m. and 2:37 a.m., do not move. Just close your eyes. Rule number 3. If someone comes in after 2 a.m. and asks for their unit, tell them it's under maintenance, no matter what they say. Rule number 4. If you see your own reflection wave at you, run. I laughed. I thought it was a joke. Until my first shift. The first few hours were normal. The cameras showed nothing but empty corridors, and my only company was the hum of the fluorescent lights. Then, at 2:34 a.m., the power flickered. I remembered rule number 2. I froze. In the darkness, I heard footsteps, slow, deliberate. They echoed through the hall, but I couldn't see anyone on the cameras. My heart pounded. Then, just as suddenly, the lights came back. The footsteps stopped. A few minutes later, a man walked in. He looked normal, until I saw his eyes. They were completely black. He smiled and asked for our storage unit number 9. I stammered, "It's under maintenance." His smile disappeared. His face twitched, contorting into something unnatural. Then he turned and walked out. I exhaled, relieved. Then, I checked the security feed. He never left. My breath hitched. The cameras showed him, standing in the hallway, motionless, facing the unit number 9 door. I rewound the footage. He had been standing there for 5 full minutes, completely still. But my heart nearly stopped when I noticed something even worse. The timestamp on the camera was frozen. I grabbed the radio. "Hey boss, do the cameras ever glitch?" Silence. Then, a crackle. "Leave." My stomach twisted. "What?" "If the cameras freeze, leave." I stood up so fast, my chair toppled over. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw movement on the monitor. The man was gone, but the door to unit number 9 was wide open. A cold sweat covered my skin. Against all logic, I reached for the flashlight and started down the hall. Every step felt wrong. The air felt heavier the closer I got to unit number 9. The light inside flickered, and for a split second, I thought I saw something moving in the shadows. Then, I heard a whisper. "Turn around." I whipped around, shining my flashlight down the empty corridor. Nothing. Just rows of metal doors. I turned back toward unit number 9 and nearly screamed. The man with black eyes was standing inches from me. His face was wrong. Now, his mouth was stretched too wide. His hands, too long. I staggered back, but he didn't move. He just stared. Then slowly, he lifted a finger and pointed behind me. I turned. Inside, unit number 9 stood a mirror. A tall, full-length mirror. And in the reflection, I saw myself. Except my reflection was smiling. My stomach dropped. My real face was frozen in terror. But my reflection, it took a step forward. Then another. until it was pressing against the glass. I sprinted back to the security room and slammed the door shut, locking it behind me. My reflection was not mine anymore. The monitor flickered, distorting the image. Then a frame of static, and suddenly the screen showed a different night guard. A guy in my same uniform, sitting in this same chair. But his eyes were missing, and his mouth was stretched into a silent scream. Then the radio crackled again. My boss's voice was shaky this time. "Get out. Now." I didn't hesitate. I grabbed my keys and bolted for the exit. As I ran past the hallway mirrors, I saw glimpses of my reflection moving differently than me. The last thing I saw before slamming the front door behind me, my own reflection, standing still in the glass, grinning. And then it waved. I don't know what lives in storage unit number 9. I never went back to find out. I quit that night. But if you ever work the night shift, remember, some rules exist for a reason. Have you ever had a terrifying experience working late at night? Share your stories in the comments. If you love horror stories like this, check out my other videos and subscribe for more spine-chilling tales. Stay safe, especially if you work the night shift.